And last year, we raised $1.5 million. And we were able to spread that.
People are really afraid of as an ethical and privacy concern. It's a very efficient technology.
This is my new walking assist.
As we age, we do get physical challenges.
I've just seen the communities grow and expand. Lots and lots of new homes.
Fraser Focus, a fresh perspective beyond the bridge.
Hey guys, welcome to Fraser Focus, local faces and local places. I'm Leah Bolton.
And I'm Dean Atwell. Another exciting edition for you this week as we learn more about the BC trade, a growing industry. We also head into the communities of Langley for a history lesson.
And look to the skies, we take another look at drone regulations. And with the growing Zoomer population, I head into Vancouver to check out a brand new invention for mobility.
To start off the show though, it's a topic that touches us all and needs our support.
The children that go through cancer have a very rough road, and it's not just medical. My son actually had leukemia, and he passed away 2 years ago. He was one of the unfortunate ones. And he also had a very rare genetic component attached to his disease, and it's one that is so rare that research is really needed. And we really just want to make sure that the research does get done and that other children don't have to go what we went through.
I have gone through this myself, and I've seen what it does firsthand. Darn, there you go again.
That's okay. That's okay. You have the circle of love here. You bet.
We've got cousins that are riding together to honor their cousin that they lost a few years back. We've got a father and daughter team that are riding the founder of the foundation and his daughter, who have decided that this is their statement together. So there's some really great stories here.
You know, through all the years that we've been involved in this, we've come to know too many kids, and so
that's why
we're riding for the kids.
Just changes you, changes the way you think, and what you're doing to help people. It's just amazing.
I'm riding because I'm incredibly blessed to have a healthy, happy 12-year-old, and there are just way too many people that do not have that luxury. And so one day we hope that we won't have to ride, actually.
Oh, we all raise funds. The riders have to raise more than we do, but no, and we'll be raising funds all along the road. In fact, if you're interested in donation, I have pledge sheets right here.
Excellent. Let's do it.
The funds go to other charities that we support in childhood cancer. So the funds from this particular event will mostly go to research and in-hospital programs.
Thank you. God love you. Oh.
Lost my heart and lost my soul. Now it's time that you won't know. Lost my mind and lost my goal.
How far are you riding?
Today will be, I think, around 160.
And why are you riding?
For all the kids that are dealing with cancer across Canada.
Well, what happens is we've got two separate teams on the road at the same time, so they're riding different sections of the country. One team is going to average about 220 kilometers a day. The other team will average about 165. So that way we cover about 400 kilometers a day for 18 days, and there you go. That's the 7,000 kilometers.
I can't think of a better cause. 100% of the monies that we raise on any of the receipted donations go towards the kids. And last year we raised $1.5 million. And we were able to spread that across various oncology centers, research programs across the entire country.
It is estimated that cancer impacts 10,000 Canadian kids, and funds raised here will go directly towards support programs and research. You're watching Fraser Focus. We'll be right back.
So I have a $5 million liability insurance on it. I don't fly above the people.
guys, welcome back to Fraser Focus, local faces and local places. We're here in Surrey right now, and more people are flying drones. Rules and regulations are being enforced by Transport Canada, and if broken, it could cost you up to $25,000 in fines and possibly jail time. Watch that drone. Whoa.
People are really afraid of as an ethical and privacy concern, but for me, I look at it in a very optimistic way. It's a very efficient technology in today's world.
So they're using these things more and more for emergencies and that sort of thing.
Well, I believe in 2013, there was a guy whose car was rolled over in Saskatoon, and he has only a cell phone, so he called to the police and 911. They arrived over there to the location, but they couldn't find him. So in their group, they have one of the guy who has a Quad Pro 4X. It has a heat sensor camera.
Right.
So they shoot up in the air. In 10 minutes, they got a sign and they saved the guy.
Whoa.
This one is pretty stable. The previous version was not that much stable because it has an ultrasonic and VPS system down there.
Yeah.
That's why it allows me to even fly indoors. So I have a couple of fly indoors because I've been flying this for at least three years now.
If you're flying it just for fun and taking pictures just for your own personal benefit, that's a hobbyist. That means you're a model. That means really the only regulation that applies is to fly safe. If that same person is taking pictures and selling those pictures, they're now doing a non-recreational activity. They're doing a commercial pursuit. And today, they need to get what's called a special flight operating certificate, which really just, to get that, you outline what is it you're going to do, where you're going to do it, and how you're going to do it, and how are you going to mitigate the safety risks associated with that, and then we issue a special flight operating certificate.
So we're here at a beautiful new listing that we've just signed the paperwork on last night, and Dave over here is doing a drone video of the house and the back area here in the Nickel-Meckle.
Do you do this for every house or just select ones if they want it and that
It's
sort of
something
thing?
we've been doing more of, and it's something that we're incorporating into the marketing to give our clients' homes an advantage over the competition.
It's gone.
A lot of people are concerned with the privacy and think, oh, it's going to fly on my backyard. I don't want my privacy concerned. But if
like these buildings here, right?
Yeah.
You could probably just fly up there and you know, someone's standing there and whoa, what's that?
But the camera is 94 degree. You won't be able to see because it won't zoom in.
Often marketed as toys or drones, unmanned aircraft must be used safely and legally. Keep these basic safety guidelines in mind when flying your aircraft. First, use your aircraft during the day.
Especially for people who are not familiar with aviation, it can seem daunting because you are about to fly an aircraft. We are pretty rigorous in terms of the detail, the level of information you need to provide, the experience that you have as somebody flying an unmanned aerial vehicle, and the conditions under which we're going to allow you to fly. But as people gain experience and demonstrate their ability, it becomes a lot easier, to get those special flight operating certificates, but also we give you more flexibility under them.
I did my flying in UAE, back to my country from Pakistan, and I'm starting from here as well. According to my knowledge, they ask us to have liability insurance. So I have a $5 million liability insurance on it. I don't fly above the people. And if I'm flying, I make sure that I'm in open space and then on my eyesight. As far as my knowledge, this is a model aircraft, so it is under 2 kg. Okay. And for the hobbyists and for the little purposes, you don't need license for that.
And our new regulations will include licensing requirements under certain circumstances. So if you want to fly a UAV in an urban area or near an airport, there will be licensing requirements.
Most recently, new signs are being placed closer to airports to remind operators not to fly within a 9-kilometer radius. I'll be right back here on Fraser Focus in a moment.
It's hard to find good guys. I think most of us in the industry use things like Craigslist, and it's really a hit and miss.
Welcome back to Fraser Focus. A recent survey indicates that British Columbia is drawing skilled workers back to the province as the construction industry booms.
I'm a licensed residential builder, and I've spent most of my career building houses in Vancouver. It seems like there's new construction everywhere. On every block there's a new house.
They say the annual wage for a trades worker in construction is just over 50 grand. That's nothing to
No, I'd agree with that for sure. You know, I have you know, a high-paid employee, and you know, he makes more than 50 grand a year. But you know, I've had to pay him a lot to keep him, but he's, you know, he's worth every penny.
So it's worthwhile, you would say, for the kids to get into trades nowadays?
Oh, for sure.
Now, 2/3 of workers in the industry are over the age of 45, and in their wake, there's going to be a shortfall. Demographic trends indicate that that's going to be about 15,000 jobs available.
Well, it's actually quite interesting because we're seeing people from Alberta moving to British Columbia. We're also seeing this baby boomer generation this time around saying, you know, I'm done working, I'm actually going to retire. What that's doing is giving more entrants getting into the workforce with the proper training, so companies have that certification behind their name to get the jobs.
Okay, watch your footing.
Probably our average age at the school here is, I would say, between 30 to 45 years old. Many students are in their second or third career. Some students are just getting a taste of what it's like to get into the construction industry, into the workforce. And we get other individuals that are in the twilight of their career looking to slow down and operate equipment and have a good retirement, so to speak.
As we all know, what's going on in Vancouver right now, people are being priced out of their homes and they're moving out to the valley. So there's a tremendous amount of development work going to be occurring all over the Fraser Valley here. It's already started. And so there will be a lot of work here for heavy equipment operators, for people that run cats or trucks or whatever. And so this is a very good thing for them, for these unemployed workers or those trying to get into the workforce.
Why get into trades?
Well, why not, right? You get the help and all the experience in one class, and it's a couple weeks, and you leave with the knowledge and experience that you didn't have before you came in.
It's really feast and famine.
How so?
Some guys are doing good and other guys are at home. I've been fortunate over the years that I've been fairly busy, but I was in a bit of a lull.
Now they're saying there's quite a few projects that'll be coming up here in BC that may open up a whole plethora of jobs and employment for trades.
It only benefits us if it goes through and we keep the jobs local.
A lot of optimism, for sure, right? If half the projects, in my opinion, come to fruition, we're going to find a shortage. There are statistics out there that show even with zero growth in the economy, just the effect of the baby boomer generation, specifically in the trades, will show there's an ongoing demand for new entrants into this field.
Is it hard to find guys?
It's hard to find good guys. I think most of us in the industry use things like Craigslist, and it's really a hit and miss.
Working hard or hardly working, eh?
I'm working.
Let's see what Leah's up to. You're watching Fraser Focus.
This is my new walking assist, so that I can walk a longer distance. I'm probably not got the strong legs that you people have.
After 14 prototypes and years of testing, a local Richmond woman has created a new invention to aid with mobility challenges. It's called the A-Linker.
It all started 4 years ago when my mum said, "Over my dead body I'll ever use one of those." With that comment of my mum, I realized that traditional mobility devices emphasize the disability. They're designed to move the body from one location to another location, but they're not designed for the user experience.
And that's fairly easy to get on and off, or it's not?
Well, depending a little bit on your abilities,
Yeah.
obviously, but people think it's a bicycle,
Yeah.
so they go and swing their leg. You don't need to
Mhm.
stand behind it.
And you
in
walk
fact,
up.
You walk on, and you sit down and you walk away.
Okay.
This is for everybody who wants to stay active, regardless of physical challenges. And as we age, we do get physical challenges. It gives you an elevated heart rate if you go a little bit faster, and that's something that you don't get with walking.
So you're coasting right down to the Sylvia Hotel for a coffee.
See you guys.
I've had a knee replacement, and the other knee is very bad. I'm using my leg muscles, but without all that body weight on my legs.
I gotta say, this is just a marvelous idea. I saw this and I was instantly intrigued as to what it was. Most definitely needed in our medical system for people to get back out and around.
Yeah, for walking. That's right. Yeah.
It's to help with my mobility and my confidence and my independence because I'm paralyzed on my left side.
The movement she's making now, she hasn't done for 2 years. We get her out, getting her on the machine, and it's up to her now to improve her whole movement, develop her muscles.
Even to get for her partner to get one or for us to get one and go out together, and then she doesn't feel like she is handicapped and has to sit in a wheelchair.
Yoo-hoo, this is fun and good exercise. Woohoo!
Mobility, Dean, this is what we're talking about. Generally, we do stories out here in the Fraser region that pertain to our audience. This time I had to take the trek out all the way to Vancouver. I know it's not that far, but to get the details on a new invention that's really gonna help us out this way.
Spreading your wings, it looked like fun. You're watching Fraser Focus, more local stories when we return.
1955, the city broke away from the greater Langley district and became their own little entity.
Hey guys, welcome back to Fraser Focus, local faces and local places.
Time now to check out some highlights from the city and township of Langley.
Well, welcome to Langley City. Many years ago, it was part of the greater Langley district.
Right.
And this was the hub for merchants. And so when the merchants were bringing in their taxation dollars, they wanted a little bit more spent in the area that where it was generated. So in 1955, the city broke away from the greater Langley district and became their own little entity.
A big retirement community
It's
as well.
a big retirement.
Why is that?
Empty nesters. The people that want to have a change in life, they're downsizing somewhat. You know, they had a very nice house and now they just want a very nice condominium. Hello, Suki.
JoytvBC.
Hey.
How's it going?
Nice to meet you.
Pleased to meet you.
Business up here.
I own Sugar on the one-way.
Oh.
It's a hair removal place.
Oh, okay.
When my sister and I were in discussion about opening, we thought Langley, we just really like it out here, so.
Yeah, that's good to hear.
There you go. Well, Langley City is the place to be.
You're tuned into Fraser Focus. We're talking about the city of Langley, but what about the township? Let's check it out.
This is where the province of British Columbia was born. So it's a lot of history here, and throughout the township of Langley we have a lot of history. But we also have a lot of new businesses coming in, new families coming in, lots of new residential, and it's a nice blend between history and new, rural, and urban.
Well, Leah, I've been in the industry for 12 years now, and I've been in Langley for around 10 years, and I've just seen the communities grow and expand in lots and lots of new homes, new detached houses, condos and townhouses. It's just exploding.
If you were to come to Langley like 100 years ago, what would it look like?
Well, 1873 is when Langley was incorporated as a municipality. Actually, the first municipality, along with the city of Chilliwack, to be incorporated in the new province of British Columbia at the time. Older than the city of Vancouver, by the way. And it's at that time you would have seen a lot of dirt roads. It was kind of a pioneer town, small. Fort Langley had a few businesses here, but that's how we started building Langley, and we were able to build new roads and continue, and this continues today.
Why are more and more people coming this way, or getting into the real estate market here?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think a lot of it is folks from Vancouver who are deciding to downsize or commute out now that the new Port Mann Bridge is here. They can put a lot of money in their pockets when they sell their house in Vancouver, and they can move out here and buy a beautiful home for much less money. And so you're getting a ton of new people coming for that reason.
Oh, look at these.
I love my blinds.
These are beautiful.
Why did you choose Langley?
Cheaper is a lot cheaper, yes.
Yeah.
But that's the only reason that you can get a place in Langley.
It's affordable, right?
Yes.
We keep talking about that.
Very affordable, but my goodness, it has a lot to offer. I love to walk. I have a block to save on foods, 2 blocks to the Walnut Grove Community Center.
She's a good promotion for Langley
yes.
here. Just like the rest of the Lower Mainland, there's going to be major growth in the Langleys over the next decade. By 2017, we're going to be building a transit system between Surrey and Langley.
Massive changes for all those that work, reside and play here in the Fraser region. And that wraps up today's edition of Fraser Focus, bringing you stories that are often overlooked by mainstream media.
If you guys have a story to tell, don't forget to connect with us via email. You can give us a call, or there's always our favorite social media, JoytvBC. I'm Leah Bolton.
And I'm Dean Atwell. We'll see you next time.